Lambda, and I'm reading a manifesto for the position of the Women's Commissioner. So, as the saying goes, the empowerment of women is the key to unlocking the potential of a nation. Standing before you today is Elsie Islamdazi, popularly known as Miss Elsie, a level 200 student studying Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies and an affiliate of Obuaho. I am deeply honored to contest for this position, and I'm delighted to have been vetted and approved to serve as a Women's Commissioner for our esteemed Faculty of Arts Association for the 2025-2026 academic year. Miss Elsie is dedicated, passionate, loving, hardworking, and purpose-driven young lady who dares to make a difference wherever she is. As an aspirant, my focus is on creating more supportive and more conducive environment where every woman feels empowered and encouraged to strive both personally and professionally. My vision for the office of the FASA Women's Commissioner is shaped by observation and suggestions shared with me to enhance the office visibility. Hence, I call this vision the visibility policy. This policy has three main pillars, and they are: 1. The entrepreneurship and networking; 2. Educational therapy; 3. Sensitization and awareness on health and menstrual hygiene. To begin with, the entrepreneurship and networking pillar aims to promote networking and empower students, addressing issues of unemployment among youth graduates. This will be achieved through student-led exhibitions, networking events with industry professionals, and peer support groups. The goal is to create a platform where talented young ladies and students can showcase their works, build valuable connections across the 13 departments in the faculty, and gain opportunities to support themselves in this challenging era of youth unemployment. Another crucial focus of mine is the educational track, designed to address the unique challenges we face as young ladies in the faculty. This initiative will provide guidance and support to help us manage stress, build resilience, and maintain our mental and emotional well-being. Next year, the Office of the Women's Commissioner will collaborate with the university's guidance and counseling unit to reach students who may hesitate to seek help directly. This will ensure every lady is equipped and with the tools needed for a stable mind, enabling better academic performance and a stronger sense of confidence and self-worth. Additionally, I am passionate about improving menstrual health and well-being. I am intended to encourage open conversations and provide accurate information on menstrual hygiene and health. By fostering these conversations, I believe that we can break the stigma and social stereotypes surrounding menstruation and create a supportive environment for our ladies. Menstruation. As part of implementing the visibility policy, I, together with my elected executives, will encourage the wearing of African attire every Friday. This initiative seeks to help us appreciate and celebrate our culture, strengthen unity, and foster a sense of pride within our faculty. By making Africa wear a regular dress code, we can build a tradition of connection and cultural pride as we pursue our academic goals. In conclusion, I wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the faculty dean, vice dean, lecturers, teaching assistants, and the entire management of the association, not forgetting my dear fellow students on whom my power lies, for taking the time to listen to my visionary policies. Together, we can build a faculty where every woman feels empowered, supported, and proud of who she is. With your trust, I promise to work tirelessly with the elected executives to create opportunities, provide the necessary support, and foster a faculty that truly cares about our well-being. Let us unite to create a brighter, stronger, and more connected future for all within our faculty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Esina. Based on the manifesto read, does anyone have a suggestion or something? Or I have to ask you questions. Okay. What time is your quiz?
Please, I don't have this morning.
It's in the afternoon. Then let me ask my question. So I want to find out from you, what are your policies? What in itself, with what you read, are the policies you seek to accomplish when you are occupying the seats of
Please, thank you very much, boss. So my policies are three, and then they are entrepreneurship and networking. And then the second one is the educational therapy. And then the third of all is sensitization and then awareness on health and menstrual hygiene.
Okay. So I wanted to know about, okay, so the first thing you said, the entrepreneur, you talked about the exhibitions. So how do you seek to do this one? Because you just talked about exhibitions, you don't know how you're going to achieve that.
Okay. Miss Chair, please. I noted it down here, but can I say it again for you?
Since it's your own policy,
It's my own policy.
talk about it.
So please, with the entrepreneurship and networking policy, it would be achieved through student-led exhibitions, networking events with industry professional, and then peer support for those who are willing to prove or showcase their creativity.
That's with the exhibition.
Yes.
Okay, so talking about the educational therapy, what do you seek to do with this one too?
Thank you very much, Asiki. Please, with the educational therapy, I intend to collaborate with the university's guidance and counseling unit to, come to our aid and to the aid of most of we, the ladies in the faculty who are battling with emotional issues, making them uncomfortable to study and perform well academically.
But why the name educational therapy if we are looking at emotions, nothing related to school, nothing related to academics?
Okay. Please, it's a therapy not just to help them emotionally, but also to improve upon their academic performance. That is why I intended it.
If you make it that way, it suggests that everything that will be done strictly is related to academic. Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Exactly. So maybe looking for another name that will really bring out what you seek to achieve with this aim, that will be better. And then the next one too, I wanted to find out from you. Are talking about the menstrual hygiene and the menstrual the health something. Do you seek to sensitize people at the tertiary level, or people at the senior high school level, or at the junior high school level?
Please, tertiary. Tertiary. Tertiary.
Tertiary. Are you certain that people at the tertiary level do not have much knowledge or are not exposed so much to menstrual hygiene compared to those at the lower levels?
Please, yes, they are exposed more than those in the lower level. But here lies the case that from my interaction with some of my colleagues and then from my observation as well, I realized that um, many of us, the young ladies, though we are, educated on these things, yes, it looks like the education is not really, should I say, deep to them. So I intend by creating a conducive environment where they can, bring out their views on, what they think about menstrual hygiene and if there is anything should be considered in the improvement of this health.
Okay. So lastly, you talked about the invisibility in codes of your office as a worker in the department.
Yes, please.
Now, I would want to find out from you, if somebody comes to you with sexual harassment issue, how are you going to handle it?
Okay, so the first point of contact with that issue is I think I have to head to Strash. Yes.
Send right home.
Segregation. Yes, please. Yes, please, because they have the full, ability and ability to educate
you
me.
wouldn't say anything, you just carry the person to separate.
No, not at all.
So that is what I was
First of all, if the person comes to me personally, it is my duty to. It depends on the kind of harassment you came with me.
I said sexual.
Sexual. And I also believe that with sexuality, there are levels of sexual harassment. Yes. So if it is something that is within my power to handle, I,
Okay.
yes, please. If it is something that is within my power, maybe it's the person needs encouragement or emotional support. Let's check, please. I'm really going to do that to help the person. But if it's in an instance where sometimes some of the sexual harassment, you need to, it's an issue of life and death. I think I have to straight head to the secretary office.
So in my view, I think one of the things that will make your office visible is if you are going to handle issues of harassment, then how you are going to channel such issues. The moment you maybe add these kind of policy to what you have already, people will now want to approach your office and talk to you, since you are here for women empowerment, right? So if they are going through things that they cannot, the unspeakable, right, they would want to confide in your office and approach you. So thank you very much, Esina.
Please, thank you too.
Give it up to her. Okay. So shall we have the? Oh, you had a question for her.
Yes.
Oh, Esina, my. Okay. So let's start with my co-chair. You wanted to ask her a question? Yes. Okay.
Because in your manifesto, you stated that with the menstrual hygiene issue, you want to have open conversations with ladies. How do you intend to achieve that? How do you want to go about that? And what do you mean by open conversations about?
So what I meant by open conversation is to, create an environment where we can bring out the most difficult issues that they are battling with, like physically, personally, like they are battling with concerning menstrual hygiene. I realize that some of them, though we are in the tertiary level with issues of menstrual hygiene, you would think everyone, and maybe the ladies, it's we all that are kind of very, very educated and free to talk about these issues. But I tell you that it's not that way. So I intend to create an avenue where they can voice out issues concerning them about.
So what channels are you going to use?
This I mentioned the guidance and counseling as well as industry-based professionals who are in the profession of health. It's really issues.
Thank you. That's really nice. Your question.
Okay, two questions. One, you mentioned something about collaborating with the counseling section
Yes.
to achieve something. Apart from that, what are some of the offices on campus you will want to collaborate with to achieve any of your policies? Did you get that?
Yes.
And the second question is, I just want to give that to you so that you answer that one. Mention one of your policies and tell us, should the office or should you be giving the nod right now? How do you intend, like, getting a program enrolled so that your members can really feel that, yes, this is how we come at work?
Please, thank you very much. Please, another office I might mention is the Office of the Secretary that I will collaborate with, aside from the guidance and counseling unit. And
Our relationship that Segra have with any of your policies aside the sexual harassment that they spoke about.
is that it? Please. And then if I been given the opportunity as it stands at now to implement any of my policies, I would go with the entrepreneurship and networking policy. So with this entrepreneurship and network policy, what I intend to do alongside my elected executives, we find ourselves in a very large institution where all forms of people come here, and I've also observed through my observation that majority of we the students engage in what I call entrepreneurship or selling of this petty goods, and some use it to fend for themselves and some also maybe for other stuff. So I intend by making this where all these people who are willing, it is not forcefully willing to come out to showcase these their creativity skills to we create an avenue for them like the uni expos, but within our faculty and then within all the 13 departments in the faculty. Yes, please.
That's better.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Please, thank you.
So you can clap for her now. So now let's move on to the next portfolio. Let's talk about the treasurer. Let's welcome Benedicta AC Aqua. So we give it up to her. Okay, so Miss Benedicta AC Aqua, we are all ears.
Thank you very much. The manifesto delivered by Benedicta AC Aqua with the teaser Miss Bay, an aspirant for Faculty of Arts Students Association's treasurer on the 18th of July 2025. If Abraham Lincoln was a financier, he would have said, a budget of the people, by the people, and for the people. Greetings to you all. I am Benedicta AC Aqua, a level 200 student of this noble institution, reading Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, and an aspirant for the Faculty of Arts Students Association treasurer, with the teaser Miss Bay. My goal is to take on roles that allow me to serve people and solve real problems. I believe in transparency, teamwork, and power of small actions to create big change. Over time, I hope to grow into a leader who helps build stronger communities. Above all, I want to work to make a real difference in every situation I find myself in and in society as a whole. To me, money does not manage itself. It takes leadership, transparency, and innovation. As students, we deserve to see where every person goes, and more importantly, we deserve to know that every contribution we make is working for us. One of the first things I hope to improve is the quality of the association souvenirs. Our dues are not just for records, they should bring value and pride. I seek to bring on board quality souvenirs like branded tote bags, pens, notebooks, and neckties, some of which will be up for sale to generate income for the association. I plan to work closely with suppliers and executives as well as colleagues to bring this on board. This way, our souvenirs will not just be items, they will be symbols of belonging and unity in this association. To make all this possible, we must strengthen how we collect student dues. Many students forget or do not see the importance, and I understand. That is why I want to introduce friendly reminders, Momo payment options, and visible accountability reports. When students see the direct benefit of their dues and how they are used, they will be more motivated to pay. We will also involve class representatives to support in spreading the word and making it easier for everyone to contribute. Raising more funds beyond dues is also a smart step. I plan to work hand in hand with my fellow executives to write well-crafted sponsorship letters to companies, brands, and organizations that support student activities. With proper proposals and follow-ups, we can secure sponsorship for events, souvenirs, or even new initiatives. A little support from outside can make a big difference in this faculty, and I am ready to take that step with professionalism. Another exciting idea I bring is the creation of a mini FASA printing press. Printing materials like handouts, flyers, event banners, and class documents cost students a lot every single semester. But with our own mini setup, even starting with just one quality printer, we can save money, generate income for the association, and offer cheaper services to students. It is smart, self-sustaining, and this will benefit not just students, but the faculty as an association. Fun is just as important as finance. I plan to organize entertaining programs like FASA Fest, karaoke night, and FASA Day Out, all managed wisely within the budget through purchasing of tickets. These events will not only help students relax and reconnect, they will also increase participation in FASA affairs. When students feel like they belong, they get involved, and when they get involved, our faculty grows stronger. Lastly, to make dues collection smoother and more modern, I will introduce the FASA Momo. With a dedicated mobile money account, students can pay dues from anywhere, and all transactions will be recorded with receipts. It is easy, secure, and accountable. This system will also be helpful for event ticketing and small donation. It is time to go digital, and I am ready to make that happen with the help of my fellow executives. I am not here to handle money. I am here to manage it with purpose. I believe in a faculty where every student sees the impact of their contribution, and I am ready to work with integrity, creativity, and commitment to make that a reality. Together, we can build a financially accountable and progressive FASA. Vote Ms. Bay as your next FASA treasurer. Accountability is not a promise, it is a policy. Behold wisdom, knowledge are shield indeed. Long live FASA, long live UCC, long live Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Apa. Any question? So let's start from here. So I'm going to take one from the audience and then we come to lecture.
Please, when you were talking, you mentioned a lot of like policies you want to bring forward. And after mentioning them, you bring with the help of my executives. With the help of my executives. I want to. Do you know the current treasurer? Okay. Have you had a fair idea of the budget like we get when you take the dues from each department? Do you have a fair idea?
I do not have a fair idea, but I know the procedure in which she goes to take it and the stress becomes mental.
Okay. I think by now you should have a fair idea and know how the disbursement is done. Because when you are talking about printing press, food bag and all those stuff, they are very good stuff. But how are you going to convince your president, first of all your president, because you are going to present your budget to him, how are you going to convince him to do that? And if he doesn't agree, what are you going to do? That's all I want to know.
Thank you very much.
Go and sit down.
With improving the quality of the surveillance, I initially you can begin with bringing out the food. I see recently that ladies these days like eating tote bags a lot, and if we bring on board the FASA tote bag, it will attract the ladies to purchase it. So we are not going to start by printing bulk. We are going to start by printing a lesser quantity. So if we are able to, if we, the executives, are able to convince our cousins and others to buy the tote bag, so that maybe if you are coming for a specific FASA occasion, we are all going to be wearing the FASA tote bag. Anybody who will be coming would want to wear it, because if you don't wear it, you feel left out. So this is going to encourage the people to come and buy. And other things like neckties for the gents as well. And hopefully the president will.
That's where my problem is. What if he doesn't? And first of all, which finance are you going to use to do the tote bag? Where from the students' money or your own money? That's what I want to know.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. See, I'm not going to use my own money, but then I believe if we are preparing the budget, we can put a small amount for that, since we are not going to begin with a very huge quantity. Personally, I know someone who will take like to make a few quantities for us. So if we send this 200 cedis and make like 10, and then we see that people are interested in purchasing it, then I can take it to the president and suggest that, oh, this is going very well. It's running sales very, very well. So let's do more for students for education.
So I think that's what the things are talking about. That should come from your own pocket. So when you do that, you need to be convinced enough to use the money from the
So
pocket.
thank you very much. If it is within my limits, I will be able to provide it.
So
But
200
if
cedis will
not,
be
That's your.
Thank you very much. One from the audience. Okay. Yes.
printing press, you did say you want to get a printer to print some of your, yes. I don't know if you know the cost of a printer and if the faculty or your association will be able to purchase that. And aside that, have you thought of the person who is going to handle that aspect? Is he a student or someone outside? And are you going to pay the person? Have you thought about all that?
Okay, thank you very much. So first of all, we can keep one. The first printer that we can bring on board can be kept at the general office or the TA's office. So if they are around, they print.
And if they are not around,
Yeah, so it will be better we get someone. It's better we get someone to handle it specifically. So as time goes on, as we generate funds, we give the person allowance.
Okay. Oh no. Yeah, that was the audience. You didn't have it. So who is my left?
AC. AC, right? Yeah, person was AC. I heard a lot of transparency in your write-up. Between transparency and accountability, which of these two do you place premium on?
Why please?
Premium
Transparency.
on transparency. What happened? Accountability.
I believe there is a little bit of accountability found in transparency.
Okay, thank you. That was what I was expecting. I agree with you. There's no association that is going to run effectively without funding. And you cannot agree that whatever comes from your student group will not suffice. And it's good you are looking at ways by which you want to bring in more money. But those that you touched on, they seem to be the same old ways. How about look at other new ways? I know of corporate bodies who are willing and ready to give funding, so long as whatever you are trying to pursue is going to be of interest to them or is going to be of benefit to them also. I want to suggest that you look at some of the things you can do. You want to collaborate with the graduate students in your departments. Look out for challenges some corporate bodies closer or around us may be in, and research into those problems, find solutions that are going to be of benefit to them. And trust me, that is one of the ways we get funding. Then again, SRC, there's one thing I've noticed. Most of the associations on campus operate independently, whereas SRC is also on another arm's length. Meanwhile, your members form part of the SRC. And so whatever you do, I expect that the SRC is benefiting from you and you're also benefiting from them. If there's any challenge as leaders you face, you want to follow SRC, SRC should be able to make a case for your association so that, for instance, I don't know if you know of your students, your fees breakdown. SRC should be able to apportion section of your student bill that goes to them, to you to run your event, instead of maybe burdening your students. You agree with me? So as the treasurer, the incoming, you want to consider this thing and then do that to work. Okay? Alright. I don't have too much to say for you.
Thank you. Now I guess it's my turn. So one of my questions was asked by the gentleman and then the other one too. Now I found an interesting sentence. He said, "I am not here to handle money." I don't know if you can go back to that sentence. So I am not here to handle money.
I am not here to handle money. I am here to manage it with purpose.
What is the difference between handling money and managing?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before that, do you have a constitution?
Sorry?
Do you have a constitution that spells out your rules?
my rules, the FASA constitution.
You have one,
Yes, please.
and you have rules in there.
Yes, please.
Oh,
So back to me.
It's very complicated.
I'm asking that what is the difference between I am not here to handle money, but to manage it? What are the what are the sentences?
Okay, thank you very much. So, I believe that if I say I'm handling money, it could be
So if I come and I say, oh, who handles the FASA dues? What would you say?
I do. Thank you very much. So there are some sentences that have different, like deeper meanings. So if I say I'm not here to handle money, I'm here to manage it. Handling has a good aspect, but then beyond its good comes in the managing. So if I'm handling money well, then I am managing it well.
But I say you are not here to handle.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say that handling on the surface level, me personally, I'm looking at handling on the surface level. So if I go within, then I'm
You
trying
know,
to.
language doesn't belong to you, right? It belongs to group of people. So how you use language has effect on you. So you say that you are not here to handle your money. Then what are you here to do? To manage it. But how do you manage money without handling it? I hope you understand that.
Yes.
So I think that you need to restructure that part that you're not here to handle money. Maybe what you would want to say is that you don't want to sit on the money, something like that. Right? You don't want to hoard the money. So maybe the proper word to use is I'm not here to hoard the money, but to manage. You understand? Not to keep hold of the money. Okay. So you want to add something?
one of the rules says be in charge of the collection. The collection.
Sorry?
You have to
Thank you very much. You do handle it. So I've been corrected by Ms. Jane, and I really need that.
meaning you wrote your manifesto. Is it manifesto?
Yes.
You wrote it without what having in mind what your response is.
Exactly.
It's alright.
So this is a learning ground for all of us. I think when you are writing these
No
things, you need to consult the constitution. So okay, so you also talked about the souvenirs. So the issuing of the toast bags. Now why are you relating it to the women? We have some guys who that use toast bags.
There
Because it's like you're relegating the men to the Of course. So don't skew your what you would want to do to just the women or the ladies. Include them. Okay. Some of them like to walk around with their toes. Don't you see Professor Victor with his toes?
I need to change this thing.
And then I want to find out from you, in case the people who come into power to constitute the team for FASA executives, they are not in support of the souvenirs that you would want to sell. What are you going to do? Because with what you are saying, you see, it is something that we want to do independently. You understand? So do you seek to do this independently, or you want to do it as a team with your people?
Thank you very much. I seek to do this as a team and not as an individual.
So in case they are not in line or they are not in favor of what you want to do, what happens?
I will go on to inform them of the benefits that are likely to come out of this. And looking at the benefits that are going to come out of this, they are very, very.
But if they still do not support you, what do you do?
So, thank you very much. I can't take the initiative alone. I can't do it personally because we are working as a team. So if they disagree, then aside persuasion, I don't think there's anything else.
So it just maybe you say you look for another option that you want to. You understand? If they don't agree with souvenirs, if they don't agree with something else. So thank you very much, I see Miss Benedicta. Let's see Let's give it up to her. Okay, so we are moving on to the next portfolio. But I heard that the students are supposed to be here, so why are you streaming?
Please, he's doing it on behalf of FASA. On behalf of FASA.
That's why I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a lot of, you didn't tell me I would stream. I wouldn't have come because I'm camera here. Okay. So we are moving on to the next portfolio. Let's see the PRO. So let's have Martin, Emmanuel. Is it Abito?
So, mommy can say,
Okay.
Papa say,
So let's
wait,
give
yes,
it
you wanna. Oh, come on, tell you. Make us them say, yes, you administrator.
And then let me draw this caveat. The first thing you come, you introduce yourself. But when you are reading, you introduce yourself again. No. After introduce yourself, you go straight to the point, right? We know you are reading a manifesto, so you don't have to say, I am reading this manifesto. No. We know it's a manifesto, so you go straight to the point, right? So this is part of communicative skills in speech giving or something. So, Maria, we are reading.
I'm Martin, 200 really be able to teach skills.
Yes, I'm listening. We are listening.
Leadership is not about hierarchy, it is about trust. And trust must be built on pillars that are visible, solid, and open to inspection. As I stand before you seeking your mandate, I begin my vision with a pledge to rebuild and reinforce trust through three core values.
Maria, we can't hear you.
Leadership is not about hierarchy, it is about trust. And trust must be built on pillars that are visible, solid, and open to inspection. As I stand before you seeking your mandate, I begin my vision with a pledge to rebuild and reinforce trust through three core values: transparency, accuracy, and accessibility, which I call the TA square policy. Transparency is more than sharing information. It is about creating a culture where students feel openly and honestly informed, included, and inspired. I propose that all FASA decisions, events, and important messages be publicly shared through a digital platform accessible to all students. This initiative will allow everyone to see how ideas evolve, how decisions are made, and how things are done. There should be no hidden doors in student leadership. And I must say that our outgoing PR and executives have done incredible work to ensure openness and fairness in the situation. Just like a marathon, there is a need for someone to continue with the upgrade, which is why Martin needs to be endorsed. Accuracy is the heartbeat of credibility. If we claim to serve students, we must first understand their needs. I propose regular surveys, community check-ins, and real-time feedback mechanisms to ensure that our policies mirror the real challenges of aspirations of students. What you share is shape what we do. Accessibility must become a right, not a privilege. To that end, our advocates for communication that cater to all areas: visual, auditory, and linguistic, voice recorded announcements, class-to-class visitation, and real-time digital dashboards will ensure no student is left behind due to technological or linguistic barriers. Together, these commitments form the groundwork for a leadership structure where students are not passive observers but active participants in the shared journey. Every great institution thrives on collaboration, yet, when leadership speaks in echoes and not conversations, students are left disconnected. I believe the future of FASA lies in amplifying every voice through a structured, responsive, and inclusive policy I call the REP effect. The REP effect will reshape how student issues reach FASA. Under this plan, course representation will be grouped by academic levels. That is, level 100 formally clusters that will meet regularly to discuss specific level-specific issues and innovations. These groups will serve as dynamic relay teams, collecting concerns from their peers and presenting them to FASA leadership, and returning with solutions or progress updates. This framework ensures that feedback travels in both directions. Each student's person will be heard, each concern acknowledged, each level of presentation will have the power not just to speak, but to be heard and responded to. I also envision open forum sessions where students are invited to attend or even participate in rep cluster meetings. These sessions will demystify leadership and foster collaboration. The student body will no longer be passive recipients of policy, they will be co-authors of change. With the rep effect, we turn leadership into a shared responsibility, not into a system that listens as much as it leads. A vibrant university culture must not only inform, it must inspire, and expression is the soul of inspiration. Through creativity, speech, and digital storytelling, students find not only their voice but their power. One of the jewels of our academic society is collective CCC, a space where the art of speech thrives. Yet, far too many faculty of arts students remain outside its realm. I pledge to change that. Collectives must be open to all students of FASA. I will work to embed collective workshops within our faculty, host interdepartmental speaking forums, and ensure that students from each discipline have access to mentorship and opportunities in public speaking. The spoken word is powerful, but so is the digital word. In today's world, platforms like YouTube, blogs, and social media shape narratives, build careers, and create communities. I propose a series of creative seminars with the faculty to teach students the skills of blogging, YouTubing, and content creation. These sessions will be practical, led by creatives or experts, and designed to empower students to write, film, and share their ideas with the world.
I just remember.
We are surrounded by stories waiting to be told. Let us give students the tools to tell them well. FASA is more than a situation. It is a pulse, a promise, a platform. The policies laid above are not just plans; they are responsibilities. Possibilities that can become reality only with your trust, your voice, and your participation. Albert Einstein once said, and I quote, "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge the fish by its ability to climb a tree, you will spend his whole life believing that it's stupid." So, let us not undermine our ability. Because whatever we put our mind to, we can achieve together, and this is going to be national to our conviction. Let us build a
faculty and the student. What are you going to do?